Is the second generation iPad Pro 10.5 inch the best student iPad? Is Touch ID still the best? Hey y'all, it's TechM/K and we're back with another video. Today we'll be talking about the iPad Pro 10.5 inch in 2022. How does it stack up today? Starting off with the hardware, the iPad Pro 10.5 inch features a 10.5 inch screen with a resolution of 2224 by 1668 at 264 ppi and ProMotion technology. The chipset is an A10X Fusion chip with 64-bit architecture as well as an embedded M10 coprocessor. Here you can see the ProMotion display in action. As you can see, it's pretty smooth as well as pretty high resolution. We could see the performance of the A10X Fusion chip kicking in as we open Crunchyroll quickly. With the iPad Pro's 10.5 inch high resolution ProMotion display, as well as the performance of the A10X Fusion chip, I was able to go to class via Zoom and had no issues there, as well as write essays via Apple's Pages app and turn in essays via PDF with no problems. As a student, you will need an accessory via the smart connector or Bluetooth, as you'll need a keyboard to quickly type those essays. It features the classic Lightning port. USB-C would be nice, however it's not a big deal. And our speaker setup is a quad speaker setup. I heard the speakers were pretty good, however the speakers on my unit is broken, so I can't say for that. I would use a Bluetooth speaker or just use headphones via the 3.5mm headphone jack. The front firing camera should be good enough for Zoom calls, as it is a 7 megapixel front firing camera with 1080p HD recording. Should be better than a MacBook Pro webcam. And on the rear end, we have a 12 megapixel camera, which could shoot 4K at 30 FPS, 1080p at 30 or 60 FPS. It should be able to capture pictures of any physically written notes that you need to scan and upload for class. As we speak of notes, another crucial accessory you'll probably need is the Apple Pencil first generation to go with the iPad Pro 10.5 inch. I have taken notes with the Apple Notes app along with the Apple Pencil, and I've been able to capture notes pretty effectively. I'm not an advanced note taker, but I've seen people use apps like Notability and etc. Moving on to the Touch ID feature, I would say Touch ID is pretty good, however sometimes it doesn't register on the iPad, so it might be a little bit worse than iPhone's Touch ID, but just slightly. After grinding with studying, taking notes, as well as doing assignments, and you probably want to take a break with some media consumption. Maybe watch some anime or watch some shows via YouTube or other platforms. So I would say the high-res screen is perfect for media consumption, as you could watch your shows in high res and look at nice colors while you're trying to relax after schooling. Let's move on to battery life. So the iPad Pro 10.5 could definitely last you through the day, even with medium to heavy usage. According to Apple, it could last up to 10 hours of surfing the web, on Wi-Fi, watching video, or listening to music, which is pretty decent. So overall, let's talk about the iPad Pro 10.5 inch from the perspective of a student. So it's able to provide a decent webcam for you to log on to Zoom calls as well as listen in on Zoom calls. They take notes via the Notes app and the Apple Pencil effectively, along with more advanced apps like Notability, as well as with the peripherals of a Bluetooth keyboard or a smart connector compatible keyboard. You're able to type essays effectively. You can use the camera to scan written assignments and upload them via the web, and then after all your work, you're able to have a nice media consumption experience with the high-res ProMotion display, as well as maybe play a casual game or two. So at a price of $320 for a 256 gig model, along with the Apple Pencil first generation for $90, and a Logitech keyboard for $70. So overall, it will be a total price around $480. How does it stack up against the other options on the market? So with the newer iPad, you're looking at $479 and the iPad Air being $749, both without a keyboard case and without the Apple Pencil. With that being said, I would only recommend the iPad, the newest one with 64 gigs and an Apple Pencil, if you don't want to use a keyboard to type essays and have another computer at hand. Or you could just get a 10.5-inch iPad Pro with the keyboard, refurbished, as well as with the Apple Pencil, and have a stellar device for a student. If you don't need any specialized apps, what are your thoughts on the 10.5-inch iPad Pro in 2022 for students? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. MK, we out.